News. Today it's been in my head in the back for a bit. I'm afraid might not be the right exact word, but it's close. I'm not afraid for my physical safety. However, I was doing an online application for funding for my business. In the world of news, funding is critical to survival. So government funding is critical to news survival. Work that one out in the conflict department. Whatever. I was writing up the grant application and found myself stressed when I had to answer what language I preferred to receive my information in. English or French. Like many of those of us whose first language is English, written French can be challenging. Though I understand it and I can do it, it takes me longer. I have to be more careful. I can read and respond more efficiently in English in legal and financial situations. It's just easier, faster. While I am bilingual, married to a French Canadian for 33 years, I hesitated to answer that grant question. I always do, because I'm fearful that wanting to receive my correspondence in English will penalize me. Grants are awarded based on a point system, so you need to have so many points to win your grant. So if you don't have enough points, I don't know if this is a fact or not, but it certainly has made me question. Should I feel this way? I don't think so. Certainly not after what we've been through for the last couple of years. I was hoping that when we had the Black Lives Matter movement, we would all have learned something from it. It's not just about the Black Lives Matter. It's not just about the Black community. It's kind of something we need to learn to do broad scope. It's terrible that the Black Lives Matter movement had to happen at all, but here we are. Ignorantly, when Black Lives Matter, the movement came out, I didn't understand it. I ignorantly posted all lives matter because in my mind, all lives matter, but I missed the whole point. I didn't understand why all lives didn't matter. When I stopped to hear and understand what the Black community was trying to teach people, I learned that I was right. All lives matter, except the Black community didn't feel they were part of all lives matter. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. This is my takeaway, so please, I'm open for any kind of critique there. They did not and likely still do not feel part of the All Lives Matter movement. I was hoping for a few more light switches going on, and I'm not as hopeful as I once was. I feel we haven't put the pieces together, and I don't think we've learned what we really needed to learn with that movement. How is it after all this that we've been through in Quebec, we haven't learned much at all? I am an English person questioning about being honest about the language in which I want to receive information because it will cost me points for funding that my business qualifies for. Discrimination, no? I should be treated equally to my French counterpart on every level and at every turn. Not the case. I receive my tax information in French if I'm not grandfathered. I don't even know if that grandfathering is a thing, but anyway, it will soon be that if I don't speak French when I visit the hospital at 200% capacity, I will not be served in the language of my choice. I wish the platitudes of the government were believable, but how dumb does the Quebec CAC officials think we are? If they don't train people in English, hospital employees will be unilingual. So we're doing it. We're not taking it away from you, but yeah, you freaking are. So when the wards are unilingual, what do you want me to do? I've recently got over the flu that we have going on. God forbid you could get into a hospital. I had to deal with that on a private level because I couldn't get served. I'm still waiting for the doctor because I have a doctor. I'm still waiting for her to call me back since last Thursday. So I have a family doctor. I'm one of the lucky ones that have a family doctor, probably because they don't want me writing it on the news or anything. But I didn't get seen. Whatever, that's a whole topic for another day. The Premier is now always talking about he wants more people to talk French at home. Is he on crack cocaine? What makes you that arrogant to think you can even open your mouth about what language I speak at home? Have you learned nothing? What language I speak at home is none of your effing business. What I do in my home is none of your effing business. You're not a police officer. You're not a rule enforcer. You're an elected official, which does not make you Almighty God. Let's just start there. And there's quite a few elected officials that need to get that through their head. I was really hoping to leave my children in a world of inclusion, acceptance, evolved maybe. That would be something. We've all talked about it, but it feels like lip service today. We talked about inclusion, diversity, acceptance. Oh my God, we can say whatever we want. We say these words, but who in the heck is actually doing this? But the Quebec government doesn't act on the words as they further divide us with language. What are they doing? What are we doing accepting it? What are they doing, and what is the end game here? How long do we have to struggle when there are now so many more struggles than ever before? Like, where are you tuning in? Where are you living? What is the problem? What might be worthy of consideration is making it more fun to enjoy the French culture. I am a proud mama when I travel and I whip out my French like the Queen, being all fancy and other people are listening. I love that I speak 2 languages. I love it. We've all done the whole thing where we show off because we're Quebecers and we're French. We love the Quebec culture. Make the process sexy. I don't think there is a chance in hell of the Italians in Quebec losing their culture. Why? Because we want everything Italian. Because it's delicious, sexy, and cool. Get on with it. That's how you sell something. Market it. We're in the world of marketing. It's at we're on social media freaking all day long, all of us. I don't know. Figure out a marketing strategy that makes us want to learn French, that makes us want to be French, that we want to have every French cultural thing. The Italians don't even have to try. We're running, we're buying, we're driving, we're eating. Come on, you can do better. Anyone else dying to learn to speak Italian? Me too. Imagine that little tidbit in your arsenal of showing off. Stop making us feel afraid of who we are. English people have contributed to the evolution of Quebec also. We love it here because we have stayed here and learned the language. We're doing our best. Trust me, it would be easier to go to another province where we never deal with this. I can't even imagine what that must be like. Like it's such an extra burden that we really freaking don't need right now. But we did not choose to run when the going got tough for us. We stayed because this is our home. We learned the language because it's our home. We love you and we love the French culture. That's why we're here. We are proud of it also. Can you not find a way to include us in the fight instead of treating us like we're being punished and exiled because we were born English? With the onset of social media, there's a way to do it. You can do it. You're making it hard for no reason in a time when hard we don't need extra of. Everything is hard. Our government should be taking us, nurturing us, caring for us, making us united. And if that's not the government that we have, we need to think hard about what we're going to do, because this is what we have. And it's dividing us. It's making us nervous. Our hospitals are overwrought and we're spending money worrying, and we open the TV and Legault's there talking about what language you speak at home. I don't know. We're going to die of the flu because we can't get treated with one pill that would make it work and get rid of the freaking lung thing. It's not complicated. Do you realize that when I went to that private doctor the other day, they're out of amoxicillin. Amoxicillin is that antibiotic that you give your kids. Anybody that has kids has given this banana juice to their kids. Please drink the juice because you've had an antibiotic. You're talking to me about language when we're short on medication for our kids? There's something freaking wrong with this. And we need to wake up and realize that if we don't get the hell to the polls, we need to ask and demand what we deserve as taxpayers. Very simple. Rant over. Thank you very much for listening. I think